today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 6.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will be. So here's the first drive now. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. Lance now on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Daron Payne in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack on first down, Lance. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards up here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be... officially, so 2nd and 2. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most. Plays have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin. To start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the draw is Sermon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that? I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Daron Payne in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Here's Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the...
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll drop to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They find some open field here. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 33. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a give, right side. Shepard. And he's got some space here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there out of the running game. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the 49ers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, they get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Sermon.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now here's a throw that's complete. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Not much there, only a yard. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lance again. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Lance into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On first down, Shepard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there just before halftime.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Spencer. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here, and we now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. Touchdown Bears! A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys had to punt. Last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Open man is Samuel. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Lance. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
2nd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Bears continue to pour it on. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lance to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Harris.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And some room to work. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there for the Niners. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And Lance now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Daron Payne in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Second down and goal. Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. To throw, it's Lance. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Oh, he sheds himself free. And some space here. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Chicago. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears add on. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action, now it's Lance. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. He looks for Ayuk again. This time he's got him. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
56, right there, 56. Yo.
And Lance going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That'll be complete to Sermon. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. From midfield, here's Lance. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.